Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max, and I'm back with another Pauper League. And Neon Dynasty is not quite out yet, so we don't have access to the cards yet. But I just did a review for the top five commons from Neon Dynasty for Pauper. So go check that out on my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. We're recording live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/snapboltgames. If you want to support me, the best way to do so is just to follow me on either platform, especially YouTube. But without further ado, let's get right into this. I'm going to play a league with this mostly Rakdos deck. Made some changes since the last time I played it. I haven't played it for a while. I'll get into these changes and then we'll get right into a league. So what this deck is, it's basically Jund, but you just don't play green cards, at least not in the main deck. That's why it's mostly Rakdos. Some green cards in the sideboard, but you get a kind of free splash off Cleansing Wildfire anyway. You need the extra indestructible lands for Cleansing Wildfire, so it doesn't really hurt you to just play a bunch of bridges, and then you get some, like I said, really good green cards in the sideboard here. Um, Other than that, I went down to two Reckless Impulse, and I'm trying to play a bunch of Monarch cards, and I'm not playing any Thorns. I'm just trying three Commodores. This card has just continually impressed me, and I wanted to play a deck with a lot of ways to take the Monarch. And this seems like a good shell for it because we have so much removal that we can easily protect the Monarch. And we have Boarding Party as a haste creature. So it does seem like a really good way to utilize Monarch, which is one of the most busted things to do in Pauper. And other than that, we just are a Deadly Dispute. I, I can't make the card larger right now because Magic Online doesn't want me to, but Deadly Dispute, Ichor Wellspring is, Ancestral Recall and Pauper. So being like a black-red deck and getting access to Ancestral Recall is just really nice. Chromatic Star works with Deadly Dispute as well, fixes our mana. It also works with Fangren Marauder. So that's pretty nice. It works with Kark Clan Shaman out of the board. It's annoying that I can't enlarge these cards, but we're here, so let's keep going. One Blood Fountain has been really nice. Just as like a late game way to just like bring back multiple boarding parties or vampires. Just gives you a little extra way to grind. And then four cast down, four galvanic blast. Not room for the full four bolts. Four Ichor Wellspring, four dispute takes up a lot of space in your deck. So there's not room for infinite removal spells like Jund necessarily because we have this incredible draw card package here. In the sideboard, a couple Trainer's Edicts for Boggles, one Fumes, two Karkland Shamans for kind of Wraths, an Ancient Grudge, a Gorilla Shaman, double Finger Marauder for Affinity Hate, two Pyroblasts, one Spellbomb, one Tranquility for whenever we want that, and a couple Weathers. And without further ado, let's just get right into round one. All right, welcome to round one. We're against Kregner. Are we on the draw? We're on the draw. But we have a turn two Wildfire, which is really nice, and we have Ancestral Recall in our hand. Okay, it looks like we're against Affinity. We do have some good hate for this matchup. Also, if we draw lands, we can always consider just cleansing wildfiring them. Usually, I think it is worse, but it's pretty tempting. It's pretty tempting. But getting up to our big 5 and 6 mana spells, usually I feel like is more worthwhile, especially they can draw out a mana screw relatively easily. Hmm. So tempting, but I think I'm just going to Cleansing Wildfire myself because next turn I get to go Ichor Wellspring into Dispute, which is just so much more than just playing one spell next turn. Killing a land, though, is just so tempting. If they have a basic, I get blown out. I'm just not going to risk it. Every time I Cleansing Wildfire them, I usually like feel like I just like end up regretting it. Boarding party, nice. Well, I'm glad I got an extra mana source. We can actually go turn three Wellspring into Dispute, and if we draw any untapped land, we can turn four Boarding Party after, drawing a card off this, drawing three cards off this, or four cards off this, and then Boarding Party still on turn four. Yeah, main deck Fumes would be reasonable as well, but I just like the straight up kind of power of the cast downs. think I'm gonna go Ichor Wellspring. So I have 7 cards in hand. So if I Deadly Dispute, I'll go up to 8 cards. I could always play the Star. I just don't want to get like if I draw Galvanic Blast, it's so good. Actually, it's not because I won't have Metalcraft. I'm just gonna pass because I kind of want the treasure to be able to boarding party next turn, so I'm just gonna have to take damage here. And then I'll just Deadly Dispute at the end of their turn, Ancestral, make a mana, and then probably untap and boarding party. We'll see though. If I draw removal spells, could consider like going Vampires plus Galvanic Blast or something. So we do have Double Fingered Marauder, Gorilla Shaman, Ancient Grudge for this matchup, minimum. That's a lot. All right, they're just drawing cards, looking for something to do. If they find a Deadly Dispute here, it's going to make it a lot tougher. Another land. I wonder if this is just straight blue-black affinity or these are just the lands that they have at the moment. The new Deadly Dispute from Neon Dynasty, where you gain life instead of make a treasure, seems really strong. All right, I do not want to Deadly Dispute right now because even if I hit Galvanic Blast, if I sack my treasure, I'll only have 2 artifacts, so I won't be able to blast the Mirror Enforcer. So I'm just going to wait. No Dust to Dust, no problem, hopefully. We do have, other good cards, Grudge and Marauder, so those are solid cards. There's a Blood Fountain, okay. I've seen a lot of just straight blue-black affinity lists, but we'll see if that's what this is or not. I was just too scared. There's so much variety in affinity lists now. I was too scared to Cleansing Wildfire them, and I'm happy we got the extra mana as well. Okay. They're tapped out, so this is looking good. There's a Lightning Bolt, okay. And a Forest. So my options are, I have 2 real options. I have 10 cards in hand against 4. I can go Vampires, Bolt, Frogmite, or I can just play Boarding Party. Oh yeah, they have the basic. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't Cleansing Wildfire them. It was just too risky now. With this could just be. I've seen like blue-black control decks that play an affinity like Shell because Deadly Dispute, Ichor Wellspring, Thoughtcast is so good. I think I like the Vampires plus Bolt line here. I don't even need to Bolt quite yet either, so that's another upside. So I just get to go Swamp, Vampires with Metalcraft. Oh, I do need to Bolt right now, or otherwise I have to discard, but I want to Vamp first, so I get the Drain. Siege Rhino then, and then Lightning Bolt this. Then next turn I can just Boarding Party, and we should be in a pretty commanding position here with, more Ancestral Recalls in our hand. Just a lot of card advantage here. These stars are a little bit clunky, but they are solid. Okay, there's the red like we kind of expected. Looks like they haven't been able to find Deadly Dispute yet. They're still just cycling through their deck looking for it. They did find all 4 of their chromatic stars. If they attack, I'll just snap trade. This looks like a Galvanic Blast here. We already got good value out of this though. Drain for 4, plus trade for a card. I was pretty resistant to try Bleak Cove and Vampires originally, but oh, Munitions. That's good with those 2 Ichor Wellsprings they have. And another Blood Fountain. Wow. Okay, well, we're going to have to try to grind through all this. There's a Galvanic Blast. I could wait on the Boarding Party because there's a lot of hits off Boarding Party that aren't that great. But if I just draw a bunch of cards and play removal spells right now, I think that's going to be better. And then I can boarding party like next turn. Hmm. I can kill this right now. They can't sack it and then hit for 4 down to 12. If I just boarding party and I hit something random like a Deadly Dispute or a Reckless Impulse, it's not going to be that good. I think I'd rather wait on boarding party some more. So let's just start with Ichor Wellspring, draw, Galvanic Blast. Now that we have Metalcraft, another boarding party. All right, well, the upside of playing boarding party was if we had another one, then we would get to just um, play one this turn and one next turn, but we didn't have to at the time. So we're gonna have a lot of mana here, though. Let's just pass. Because I'm not too worried about this Deadly Dispute getting countered. I think we're in a good spot here. Drawing more of these to gain more life would be nice as well. A Thoughtcast, that's good. Another upside of this deck compared to Affinity is because we actually do play a lot of basics. We can sometimes beat decks that play like a lot of copies of Dust to Dust and stuff like that because we can just eventually find a lot of our basics and keep casting our spells, or sometimes Affinity cannot. Oh wow, they're just triple pinging the Bleak Coven Vampire. That's what I feel like that's a pretty bad turn for them. That costs 3 mana. Sure, they get to like sack these and draw, but that's not like that crazy of a turn. And then I just get to start jamming boarding parties, eventually finding more Bleak Covens and Galvanic Blasts, and just drain them out. And they sacked their blood there. Now they're drawing. Okay. Mirror Enforcer, you got it. I'll just leave the star in play for now. I can always crack it when I play a boarding party if I want to see more cards. Nice, there's Blast. Really good one. And Lightning Bolt. Geez, we might be able to just kill pretty soon here. And Commodore. They have 1 man up, so that could be a Galvanic Blast. Another land is actually pretty good. So let's start on boarding party. Boarding party, Cascade, into Blood Fountain. It's actually not that bad. Not the best hit, obviously, to hit a 1 mana spell, but still fine. I'm going to try to Galvanic Blast the Mirror Enforcer. I guess, alternatively, I could just attack and then start pointing all the burn at their face. Oh. It's probably better just to blast this. Sure, they can sack it to this if they want, but then I get to hit for 6. So I think it's better just to blast the Mirror Enforcer. They blast this, yeah. Okay. And now I'll just pass the turn. They can Blood Fountain back 2 Mirror Enforcers and play them, but I think we can probably beat that. That takes a lot of their turn as well. It is pretty good, though, having a 4/4 to play for 0 mana. And I think that the matchup gets better for us post board. So game 1 is the hardest to win. Yep, they get back 2 Mirror Enforcers, they play them. Sure. Maybe going for the burn at their face would have been the better line. It's tough to say. I think I'll crack Star now. Could hit Deadly Dispute. I'll just Boarding Party first. Cleansing Wildfire. It's not the best hit there. I really wanted a removal spell. We still get to Rampant Growth draw a card, though. There's Deadly Dispute. Okay. So I think I just attack. They're going to trade. Next turn they can get this back. Even if they attack, I'm going to have to block. Most likely, and then they can get it back anyway. Alternatively, I could just not attack and then not block also. That kind of seems worse to me. I think we're just going to attack. They're going to trade. There's no way that they don't trade here. Then I'll just pass the turn. They're Deadly Disputing away a land. Okay. This is going to be close. Soon we can Blood Fountain back double Boarding Party, which is nice. We haven't had the best Cascades so far, and we still have 3 Bleak Cove and Vampires left in our deck, which is some of our best draws, actually. I'm worried about them finding a Disciple. Okay, let's just Deadly Dispute away our Chromatic Star here. Ancestral. There's Bleak Coven. It's a really good one. Land and Wellspring. Okay. And Cast Down. That's another good one. Let's start with Bleak Coven, I think. And I'm going to have 4 mana remaining. Bleak Coven. I might just play just Star and then leave up Cast Down and Lightning Bolt. They're probably just going to Blood Fountain here. And I could always just leave up, I guess I could leave up all 4 mana. And then just, if I don't need to play any removal spells, I could just Blood Fountain back double Bleak Coven. And they probably can't beat that no matter what. I can just cast both next turn, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess I'm 1 mana short at the moment. But still worth it, I think. I guess I could just, I have a lot of outs. Let's just pass here. They're gonna Blood Fountain back, Mirror Enforcer plus Frogmite here. Why didn't they do that on their turn? They were getting greedy. They wanted double Mirror Enforcer. I'm not sure. Mirror Enforcer and Frogmite returned. Sure. Deadly Dispute, Sacking Treasure resolves. I'm worried I'm going to get comboed out by like multiple Disciples into Cart Clan. We have double interaction up. I want to trade away this Bleak Coven so I can just buy back 2 Bleak Covens. Seems good. They have 6 cards in hand. Hopefully they don't have Disciple in their deck. Thoughtcast. So they've played 4 Thoughtcasts. They're actually ahead of us on cards. That's a 3rd Blood Fountain. It's really impressive, but is it going to be enough? We've just been draining them. Man, I think we're in a great position here. If they attack and trade, even if not, I could just Blood Fountain back Boarding Party plus Bleak Omen, which I'm going to do. Galvanic Blast is a win. I guess we don't have another Lightning Bolt in our deck. We still have this cast down as well. Do they have Graveyard Heat, Instant Speed, or are they just munitioning? Oh, they're going Deadly Dispute right now. Okay. All right, let's go to our turn. There's a land. That's great. Let me just double check my mana here. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think I actually like Boarding Party, Cast Down, Bolt. So let's just lead on Boarding Party. Hitting a removal spell here would be good as well. Nice. Sure, they can sack a Mirror Enforcer and start using munitions to ping, but they just let it resolve? Interesting. I don't understand that. They want to ping down the boarding party or something? I mean, they're going to try to kill us? I don't get it. They have to answer these creatures. Why are they not using munitions? They just want a blood fountain? They're dead. I guess they could have a Gal Blast for this. They're tap. Oh, they have double treasure? I just still don't fully understand. Because even if they go to 4, they're dead to this. They have to kill next turn. I mean, they need to answer one of these right now, and they concede. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. They could have just munitions down one of my creatures. They just made a mistake. Okay, well, gets easier for us now. So these for sure come in. I think I want this too. Maybe we should have had some number of Spellbomb in the main. Definitely don't want Edict. Lightning Bolt's pretty bad. We don't need it here. Sure can answer Frogmite, but I don't think we care about Frogmite too much. I think Monarch can potentially be good. I don't know if we need the Reckless Impulses here. Can do something like this. Actually, Chromatic Star is decent with Marauder as well. Can side out one Commodore, especially since we saw multiple Frogmites. Or did we just see one? One that came back? I still think this is probably good. Don't want to lose to our mana. And want to be able to cast these green cards. Don't think I want Pyroblast. I didn't see any Serpents there. And we have cast down for that anyway. I think Ardent Elementalist is fine. And yes, I do think Spellbomb is good. They showed 3 Blood Fountains, so making them activate and then exiling their graveyard is really nice. All right, well, this is a Snap Mulligan. All right, we'll keep this. I think just put back a Bleak Coven. I could just put back a Chromatic Star. Get a little bit greedy here. Since we're going to go tap land into Wellspring anyway, we don't necessarily have time for that. Okay, they brought in Spellbomb too. Doesn't do that much against us. Now let's find that Gorilla Shaman we have, eh? Yeah, maybe the 2 Pyros would have been worth. It's tough to say. It's a bad cascade hit as well, so it's kind of narrow in this matchup, but it's definitely something to think about. Opponent not doing that much here. They didn't play Nicker Wellspring or anything. They are hitting land drops, but we can continue to hit land drops as well. Okay, turn 3 Serpent. Luckily, we have a cast down ready. Let's just get that out of there before they untap. Play a green source. Then next turn, we're going to want to play another black source so we can cast vampires on 5. I guess we need another untapped land for that too, but they do have Serpent. Now it makes me more likely to bring in Pyroblast. They just drew like 2/3 of their deck, and they didn't play a Serpent last game. I actually like this art better now. I don't think I own that art. I need to get it. All right, and next turn we play Vampires, trade for this, drain life, which is nice. And then, oh no, we need another untapped land. Oh shoot. Kind of in a bad spot here. So any basic or Darksteel Citadel is probably our best draw into another untapped land to start playing these. But we missed. Deadly Dispute? Not quite. So we're going to take another 6 down to 10, but they don't have that much left. And minimum, we can play Bleak Coven next turn. Yeah, Baymax Enforcer. Nice. Shoot, another Serpent. We're in trouble here. Untap land, please. I'm going to boarding party if that's the case. And I can block this. Nice. Cast down, please. Deadly Dispute would be fine. Yep. It's Ancestral. Into Galvanic Blast. There's a cast down, okay. Into Ancient Grudge. Okay. We need to not die here, so hopefully they don't have red source into a removal spell. Hopefully we can go trade, go to 4, kill both their creatures, and then stabilize. We could, oh no, no. Wow. Opponent went turn 3 Serpent, turn 4 Enforcer, turn 5 Mirror Enforcer Frogmite, and then Gear Seeker. That's a lot. We're just a little bit too clunky there on the draw. Damn. Found our hate a little bit too late. Looks good though. It's just, oh no, we want Pyroblast. No, I just did not mean to submit. What do I side out? Just do this for now. They have a lot of creatures actually. Did I get it in time? Yeah. Okay, we got the Pyroblasts. So do I want any Commodores over anything? Maybe this is not good. Maybe just do this. Ardent Elementalist doesn't really trade with their creatures that well. All right, let's try this. Let's go game 3. We got this. Snapkeep. Now we just need them to not play indestructible lands, which they've shown a lot of lands that are not indestructible lands. So we are in a fantastic position here. I might want to wait on this till turn 3 as well, because killing multiple lands is always better than killing one. Killing that is so tempting. I think I'm going to wait. I can likely kill freaking Frogmite and stuff. Just the allure of killing multiple more lands. They literally need to have Great Furnace into Bolt or Blue Source into Hydro. All right, all right, all right. Don't want this to get countered either. We'll just take a 2-for-1 and potentially more than that if they don't have the answer. Like if they just have to play tap land here and I get to go kill blood, it's still pretty good. Okay, I definitely have to leave up Pyroblast as well here. So I think I'm just gonna go, ooh, Deadly Dispute, huh? Vexology, what's up? I could just leave up Deadly Dispute and not play the star. It's pretty tempting because then if they just Pyroblast this, I could just Deadly Dispute it away. But I kind of want to kill the blood token too. And if they Galvanic Blast this, then I don't even get to counter anyway. All right, I'm just gonna pass. Kind of weird because if they go Gal Blast here, then I'll kill this. Oh wow, they played that into this? Oh, Vexology. Hey, thanks for the sub. Awesome. They're going Thoughtcast. I think I just counter this. Counter this and then kill Seat with this. I'm just gonna counter. Just gonna try to keep them down. I mean, they wouldn't play this into this without, if they had an answer, they would have answered this first, right? The Hill Spellbomb into this? Okay. I can kill the Blood Fountain or the Nihil Spellbomb by tapping out if I want. I think I'd rather Ancestral though. Keep hitting land drops. Let's just do that. I can still kill the blood token here if I want to spend the treasure. I think it's probably worth it. Sucks that we're missing a land drop here after drawing 3 cards, but is what it is. We're still doing okay. Gorilla Shaman's still a hell of a hate card. Like, they didn't have an answer last turn, so they probably don't have one right now. They have Island. Interesting. Probably just keep trying to draw cards. I think Chromatic into Deadly Dispute is better. I just want to hit land drops. If I hit land drops, I can win. Okay, there we go. All right, we have 4 Galvanic Blasts in hand and the mana to cast all of them. So that's a good sign for us. Opponent definitely misplayed game 1, so that was kind of a gift. I think we might have been able to win anyway, but yeah, definitely kind of a gift there. Wow, they're playing that into this. It's just so incredible to me. Mirror Enforcer. Okay. All right. Let's just lead on. We're going to do this. I'm actually just going to. I don't even know if I need to Galvanic Blast this. I guess I should just play Wellspring and Galvanic Blast this. I was thinking about just tapping 3 for Gorilla Shaman to kill one of these 2 things, but I think Galvanic Blast this is just gonna end up being better. Get to attack for 1. Next turn I can just start playing boarding parties. The Russman, what's up? It's going well. Not sure if your chat was a while ago. I'm just having a great time here. This deck is fun to play. Jeez, that's disgusting. That is actually disgusting. Just gonna boarding party though. I'm ready for that as well. Oh, let's do it. Maybe they only have one island, and this will just be the Rubbins. Oh, geez. Pauper LGS. They go past blockers. You ninjutsu. It's disgusting. I've 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 done it myself as well, so it happens. Okay, nice. Gorilla Shaman got us the match, and we'll see everyone in round two. All right, welcome to round two. We have a snap mulligan against Ritual Sinkhole. We have 0 lands. Let's mulligan. We have 1 land. Damn. Pretty brutal here. We have to keep this. Let's just put back these 6-drops. If we draw an untapped land and we can turn 2 Wildfire, turn 3 Commodore, depending on the matchup, that could be good. Nice. We did it. I mean, I might not be able to play Commodore if they play creatures, but we'll see. We're against blue-white bridge into Preordain makes me think it's Jeskai Ephemerate, Jeskai Wildfire. Let's just get a swamp here. So they're definitely a Wildfire deck as well. I guess I need another basic here to be able to cast this next turn. But if it is Jeskai Wildfire, then I would love to cast Commodore on 3. And just the fact that we drew another Wildfire is really nice. So let's go Wildfire here. I might want even another black source. And you would, I guess, Darksteel into Ichor Wellspring. I still have 5 mana for this. So we're kind of doing it. I would have loved to play the Monarch under Counterspell there, but looks like we might get to anyway. They need another island. They don't have it. Wow, that's really bad for them. So now let's just go Monarch. I don't think Jeskai Ephemerate can punish this, really. We draw Ancestral Recall. That's crazy. Oh, they're going Moledia Ephemerate? Okay. We will be able to kill this with Blast or Cast Down, whichever we choose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm probably just going to go Blast into Vampires. Just puts a lot on the board for them to deal with. They went top as well. I definitely just want to keep committing to the board though. So let's go blast this, play Vampires, attack for 5, drain for 4. They're going to need to start playing removal spells on these creatures here. We can just start drawing boarding parties or more vampires, you know. They're going to tap out for a Moldrifter maybe? Galvanic Blast. Maybe they meant to cycle this. Late to Dinner Archaeomancer. Oh, they discarded Archaeomancer and then they late to dinnered it. Getting back late to dinner. Okay, it's fine. I think I can lead my turn on Ancestral Recall. It's pretty good. Another land, but not that much else to do, honestly. Probably want to cast down this. I think I'll lead on Reckless Impulse. Okay, there's Cast Down and a Swamp I'm going to want to play. So let's go Swamp, Cast Down this right now. I know they can Late to Dinner it again, but I get to attack for 4. I think I just play. I was going to say play Chromatic Star, but maybe I just leave up Deadly Dispute. If they kill this, I can just dispute this. I'm just going to pass. Oh, I have to discard. Maybe that was the reason to not do this. Still in a good position here, though. Late to Dinner Archaeomancer, you got it. Get back Late to Dinner, I assume. Oh, get back Galvanic Blast. Okay. Let's see if they blast right now. They do. Okay, 2 Galvanic Blasts. Should do it with them only having 1 mana. So let's just do that. Okay, nice. Mulligan to 5. Just got out of it, no problem. Just drew infinite cards. We only have 2 Pyroblasts, which is not... We don't really have enough sideboard for this matchup, honestly. It's pretty rough. We have a bunch of card advantage, and our deck is just reasonable against them in general with triple Commodore, and then these threats are good, plus a ton of card advantage. So we can always do what we just did that game. Maybe I just do something like this. I don't think I need really anything else. All right, let's go game 2. Man, these opening hands have been really bad. Keep. I think I do want to keep the boarding party, even though we're not casting it for a long time. It's so good in this matchup. An early cast down, I don't know how much I need that in this matchup here. Then I'll just play tap land, Spellbomb next turn. That should be fine. Both of us just playing a bunch of tap lands. I guess I still have no green spells, so might as well play the red-black duel. All right, they go Wildfire. Whoever has the Wildfire is favored, huh? I want to just wait on Spellbomb as long as I can. This is the most awkward looking Ardent Elementalist. One of. Right, it's fine. And then tap land. Okay, let's just cast that. Okay, let's cast Cleansing Wildfire this turn for sure. Getting Swamp. Nice. So they can ephemerate this. It's not that big of a problem. Probably just playing this bridge, playing a Bleak Coven next turn. Yeah, most likely. They're tapping out again. They have Molly D Ephemerate. It's kind of annoying. Draw 4 this turn and then draw 2 more next turn. I know how good that combo is. Attack for 1. I can't really allow them to just keep drawing cards, but I'm not that sure there's that much I can do. One option is play Wellspring, leave up Cast Down, but they probably have a counterspell. I Probably just need to kill this right now. Let them ephemerate this, draw one, and then just try to climb out of it that way. Not ideal. If I find a one mana like removal spell, like I guess a Galvanic Blast here, don't. I think this line is better than just trying to just play Bleak Hogan Vampires and let them draw two more off Muldrifter and not have like Spellbomb activation up. I think this is just better. We're in a rough spot here though. All right. Seagates aren't really doing all that much, but they do probably have Counterspell up. Galv Blast. All right, let's just go land Boarding Party because I think it's the best thing against Counterspell. It's essentially just allowing us to double spell. Ooh, this is kind of risky, but I'm gonna cast it. Counterspell on the Commodore. Okay. Let's just go attack for 6. Nice art on the Counterspell. Good choice opponent. My favorite art. Galvanic Blast that. Sure. Surprised they didn't just let Monarch resolve and try to take it. Dusted us those two. Wonder if I just Galv Blast right now. I think so. They don't have white mana up. Could have just Galv Blasted base, I suppose, as well, but Cleansing Wildfire. Get Plains, I assume. Maybe Island, yeah. They have 4 cards left. Ooh, Ancestral. Definitely want to resolve that. Blood Fountain, it's a good one. It can resolve Bleak Coven or it can resolve Ardent Elementalist. I almost feel like going play Elementalist, get back Deadly Dispute. I could also get back Reckless Impulse. It's kind of another like must counter. And then I could even Galvanic Blast this right now, and they just have no creatures in play. I haven't posted this list yet, but I'll post it after this match. Sorry, I wasn't sure what I was gonna play tonight. I feel like playing Bleak Open is worse than resolving this into a draw, getting a draw spell back. And I think getting Reckless Impulse is actually better in this instance than Deadly Dispute. I'm not sure about that though. It's close. And I just chose to not Galvanic Blast the Seagate while they were tapped out. Because if they have to go for some type of flicker, it kind of favors me. Alright, they go Archaeomancer. I think I just let them target and then exile their graveyard. Because otherwise they could play another instant after I exile. So let's just go exile, and then I'll draw a card here. So they can still flicker the Archaeomancer like whenever basically, but looks like they're just tapping out from LED. Okay, this is good for me. They can attack for 1. They don't. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I think I kind of want to lead on Reckless Impulse here and just still not play Bleak Coven. I want to find more removal spells is what it is. Let's do it. Flicker Wellspring Land. I guess now we're just priced into playing both of these kind of. It's not that good. Another Reckless Impulse. kind of want to just kill this. If they have like late dinner, it's pretty annoying. But also, if I just pass with removal spells up and they have flicker plus counter, that's also really bad. I think I need to just leave Galvanic Blast up. So I think I'm just going to Ichor Wellspring. That turn didn't end up working out. We obviously tried to hit removal and we missed, so it is what it is. Oh god. I should have left up Mountain instead of this. I have to just let them flicker here if they have the Ephemerate. I can't play the Gal Blast right now. Looks like they don't have it. It's good. Can we beat Infinite Dusts? Maybe. They have 3 cards in hand. It might just be lands. Or random removal spells. Lose focus. Okay. The Dusted Dusts are pretty brutal, but again, we can fight through. They have only 2 cards left, and we have 6 cards in hand. Tap out from Muldrifter. Damn, this is where we really needed a Pyroblast there. Land. It looks like they don't have much going on. I don't want them to late to dinner this. I feel like they could have late to dinner. I could just take and then attack. Threaten to trade with this. Late to dinner is still really bad for me. I'll just take. I can potentially kill this and then attack as well, but probably won't do that. Just play another vampire. Get another counter. Okay. Play bridge, pass. Guess if they just have late to, I just don't want them to late to dinner. I'm gonna take a bunch of damage next turn. 4, 5, 6, go to 7. I think it's fine. I just don't want them to late to dinner. If that's stranded in their hand, it's good for me. Oh, man, brutal. I feel like they should get back counterspell there unless they have another counterspell. I feel like at this point I just have to trade and just. I mean, playing around late to dinner, but I feel like I'm too far behind. Maybe should have just gone for Gal Blast as well. Maybe a little bit greedy. I probably shouldn't have played land if I'm going to play Reckless Impulse as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I kill one thing, they might have multiple burn spells in hand as well. I think I'm going to just try to kill one of the Muldrifters when they attack. Take damage. What's up, Sorrento? And then Blood Fountain back, double Bleak Coven, and try to win that way. Or maybe Bleak Coven plus Boarding Party, I'm not sure yet. Opponent's playing incredibly fast, actually. Okay, I could Pyroblast something as well. I think I should. Oh no, I can't because I need to Blood Fountain. I need to Blood Fountain. I almost just messed up my plan. I guess I could get Galvanic Blasted here. Yeah. I think I played that game a little bit loose. There was a time I could have played my removal spell earlier. Oh, I just saw the Nerdy Steve in chat. Imagine not playing Evoke. Yeah. I know, it's crazy. Um, I really wish I had one more Pyroblast in the sideboard, but I just like felt like there wasn't quite room. 4 cast down is just a lot. I mean, cast down's mostly worse than lightning bolt, actually, now that I think about it. Lightning bolt kills everything that we've seen and goes face. Let's run it. LB back in place of Blood Fountain. No, Blood Fountain is really good in this matchup. What is LB? I don't know what LB is. Oh, Lightning Bolt. Ah, yeah. Cast downs, now that I thought about it, just isn't really necessary. Got Lose checking in. I guess I could have. I think leaving land is actually good. You want all the lands, I think. They went preordained bottom bottom, so their hand might be pretty awkward here. Swamp. Alright. We do have the turn 3 Commodore hand here, but if they have Counterspell up, I'm not doing that. That's for sure. Speed on Wellspring. Cast down. Just gonna play this. If they want to counter that, that's fine. Wow, they do. It means my Commodore is more likely to resolve next turn. I'm gonna play Commodore because it means I can play a boarding party next turn. And if they have to counterspell this, they have to counter it. Obviously, boarding party into removal spell or galvanic blast isn't great, but it's tempting to just go Bleak Coven. I think I'm going to actually because I get to leave up interaction, which actually can be good. They might just spend a removal spell on this, which would be fine as well. I just didn't want to get like Muldrift or Ephemerated next turn. Oh, they have a Seat of the Synod. Galv Blast that. Okay. Boarding party. Ooh. Deadly Dispute, huh? Let's just go boarding party. Not. Okay, that's a good one. Nice. I was like, not Lightning Bolt or Galvanic Blast, please. Counterspell that. Still resolved a Reckless Impulse. I'm surprised they didn't counter that, honestly. And then next turn, they've already played 3 counters, so next turn we can go for Ancestral. Let's go land. Cleansing Wildfire us. Yes, I want to use the ability and draw. Chromatic. I suppose I should draw right now with Chromatic. I think I'm going to go for Deadly Dispute on their upkeep, even though I just spent some extra mana. In fact, this resolve now means this is likely to resolve, but I still think going for it on upkeep is fine. Maybe I can play double Ancestral on their upkeep. The first one has to resolve, though. It will not. The 4th counterspell. Okay. We still have Bolt up, though. We have 2 cards in hand. Our Chaomancer get back counterspell. Well, we're going to still be able to resolve this, which is nice. I think I'll just Go to my turn, not lightning bolt this yet. Go Ancestral, just be so far up on cards. Pyroblast, nice, that's a great one. We're still kind of out of gas at this point. Just a million removal spells here. I think I'll just leave their Archaeomancer in play. Having the Pyroblast is nice. Again, wish we had more of them. This is Muldrifter, I'm countering it. They could have countered back, but they chose not to. Interesting. All right. 11 points of burn. Let's leave their Archaeomancer in play, like I said. So their last card is Counterspell, so they're just drawing off the top. They have Island Counterspell in hand. They play Bridge, so they still have Island Counterspell. Guess it's safe to cast on this. They could draw the Late to Dinner. Guess it's just fine to do that. All right, take a cycle. We just have more mana, and I was about to say good threats. Let's actually tap all of our artifact lands here, because they have Dust to Dust in their deck as well. Also, are they just dead? 12? We have 11 points of burn. They did not counterspell the Bleak Coven. So they're dead now. They just drew land. Nice. They can counterspell the boarding party, but we still have lethal. Geez, just drew another Ancestral. And into Blood Fountain, and another Blast. Nice. Let's just do this, because it's fun. We know their last card's Island. Nice. Sweet. Advance to 2-0 with mostly Rakdos, and we'll see you in round 3. All right, welcome to round 3. We're against Lord Lurfew with Lur's Companion. Would you like to play first? Yes. This hand. I don't like it, but I'm gonna keep it. We have a turn 2 Wellspring, which is, I suppose is pretty bad. But if we draw Mountain, this hand becomes pretty good. We have a lot of red sources in the deck. We have 8 of our indestructible lands are all red sources. Plus we have like 4 mountains. Oh, Affinity again, huh? Great Furnace, Terrarion. Brutal. Red source. Red card. Got half the request right there. Where's my MTGO premium? Blood Fountain. Red source. No. Maybe this was a mulligan, but again, we have like 11 red sources in the deck. We had a redraw from Wellspring, we missed. They have Swamp, they have Bridge. This might just be Rakdos Affinity. All right, well, this is brutal. They have 2 cards left in hand, but 2 cards on the table. And we're just sitting here doing nothing with 5 red cards in hand and no red source. The mana in this deck is usually pretty good. You can't really cut a Darksteel Citadel because you need enough artifacts for Battlecraft, which, as you saw in the previous games, does actually come up. Opponent, meanwhile, is going Ancestral while we're just not doing anything, so pretty bad for us here. If I go mountain, brutal. I was thinking like, okay, even if I don't draw mountain, at least if I draw like tapped red source, in the first couple draw steps, that'll be fine. And then we just drew only red cards. Pretty unlucky to miss at this point, but that'll happen. Faithless Looting. Vault Bridge discarded. So interesting here. Mirror Enforcer into Deadly Dispute. Faithless Looting. Gurmag Angler, that's scary. this is I mean, we're dead here. This has been so brutal. Our opening hand was like Citadel, Swamp, Forest, Ichor Wellspring, couple red cards, and we just drew mono uncastable cards every draw step. Opponent probably just thinks we're Jund. I can play this without draining. I don't even want to do that. I'm just going to concede. I don't want to play a 5 mana 4/3, still lose, and then show them more what we have. That was pretty incredible. Good cards in this matchup again, though. We saw Disciple here, so Fumes is a little bit more reasonable. We saw Gurmag. I mean, they're just black-red affinity, aggro probably. I think Bolt, they probably have Frogmite too. Usually black-red does play Frogmite. What about this? This seems fine. I think I'll keep in Bolt and not bring in Fumes. Could bring in this as well. They're going to have guaranteed Blood Fountain. We saw that. Could just do this. All right, fine with this. Two Commodores, a little bit greedy still, but I don't mind it. Sure. If they play non-indestructible lands, we're going to be in a good spot. Meanwhile, opponent does not do that. Let's just do this so we can have a Deadly Dispute up. I don't want to make this susceptible to removal, so not going to play it yet. Brutal. Indestructible land into indestructible land. This match has not been going our way, but still winnable here. Especially we have really good cards in hand. Ancestral. Dispel Bomb. I think we just played this. I don't need to play Spellbomb yet, I don't think. Marauder's pretty tough for them to deal with usually, so that should help. Okay, there's finally a target. They go Ancestral. I'm hoping they don't use the treasure as well, because then I can kill that, kill this, which is huge. Definitely want to spend my next turn just going Shaman. 100%. So land, Shaman. Wow, they're F6'd. Wait, let's kill this first then. Oh, they un-F6'd. They add red mana and they blast. Okay. I'll just kill this. Then play a Spellbomb. Opponent's quick on the draw there, it looks like. And we did play a land, yeah. Could have cracked Star as well, but fine to crack it next turn. We do need a green source for this Marauder. There's Blood Fountain. Opponent only on 2 lands here. There's the third. Munitions, okay. Wellspring, huh? Let's just go add green, draw. Untap land, I can just Marauder. Cleansing Wildfire. Guess I'm just playing that. Could have Cleansing Wildfire them. We did see Swamp, right? Let's just get Forest. Just go Wellspring. Okay. Next turn I can Marauder or Vampires or Boarding Party or something else. I have a lot of options. We're still in a good spot here. They just sack Star, draw. They have 5 cards in hand and the munitions in play. Mirror Enforcer, you got it. I guess they can go Galvanic Blast plus munitions to kill this, but we gain a bunch of life if they do that. Deadly Dispute. Okay. Duress. Okay. They probably take Blood Fountain is my guess. I probably just play Marauder here. Untapped land would be great. Tap land. They took Blood Fountain. It's kind of to be expected. I could just play Blade Coven. Hold Marauder for next turn. Then I can gain more life. I guess I'm not in any huge rush. Drain you for 4, pass. And then next turn I can go like Marauder, maybe even crack Spellbomb, draw, gain 10. And make it difficult for them to answer the Marauder also. So I guess if they have like a Deadly Dispute here, it's kind of annoying. I could have gained more life off Marauder, but looks like they don't. So in a fine position. I think we're ahead at this point. But it does largely depend if they have an answer for this. All right, let's just do it. Pass. Again, we have this Spellbomb for their Blood Fountain. I would like to keep it if I can. We'll see if it works out. All right, so they are just going probably munitions plus Galvanic Blast on the Marauder. Yes, I want to use it. I actually can't sack these yet because, oh, they don't have enough mana to Blood Fountain right now. I feel like it's worth it to gain 10 more life to Spellbomb them right now. Let's do it. Always yes, always yield. So I go up to 39, draw a card, and we drew Ancestral. Nice. Disciple, sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I'll lead on Deadly Dispute, see what I draw, and then I could play Boarding Party or something else, depending on what they have. This is pretty scary, though. We did just gain a bunch of life. We're at now 35. All right, let's just go lead on Ancestral. They drain, sure. Maybe cracking the spell bomb there wasn't worth gaining 10, but I feel like it was. Gaining 10 is huge. Chromatic Star. I feel like I need to kill this, but I'll just Boarding Party. Still at 34. Maybe I hit a removal spell. Maybe I hit something else. Okay. Well, this isn't too bad. It's kind of scary for them to take 6 here and go to 6. They're chumping. And then they're going to sack, deal 1 to something. Wow. Well, glad I just played the Boarding Party then. They also only have 2 cards in hand, and we can play another Boarding Party. So we're just in a great spot. This card I still think is just not good, but it fills a role in this deck. It gains you life, it gives you reach, it is a body. 5 mana 4/3 is just bad, but it just does just enough, and it like fills like the niche of exactly what this deck needs of just some type of creature that it's actually fine in the deck, but it's not Siege Rhino. All right, so they're killing Boarding Party. But now if they attack with Mirror Enforcer, I can just take 4 since I'm at 38. And then just attack back with Bleak Oven. Also, next turn I can go Boarding Party plus cast down this. Try to swing for 1,000,000. Oh wow, they're in trouble here. They did draw a bunch of cards, but they're tapped out. Boarding Party into Ancient Grudge. So I probably want to kill Blood Fountain and then just cast down the Mirror Enforcer. Seems good to me. And then hit them down to 2 and then pass. No, they're just dead to any burn spell we draw, which we still have a lot of in our deck. All of them actually. And we even have an Ancient Grudge that we can still flash back at any time off this treasure. They're just sacking lands to kill creatures now. That's not where they want to be for sure. They could sack their blood token to kill this, but this 4/3 is still lethal as well. And we do have this grudge still. Looking like we might just get there. Okay, I can kill that. I'll grudge this as well. I just don't want them to get stuff back. Deadly Dispute. I mean, I'll cast it. Might as well. Cast on that. I'm gonna grudge this. Oh, so they can kill this. I'll let them sack a bunch of artifacts though, and then I'll just Deadly Dispute away my Bleak Coven. Should have this one pretty much locked up. If they don't sack Blood Fountain, I can grudge that. Another Bleak Coven. I can actually cast it too for lethal. Nice. 3-0. Oh, I thought that was the game. I thought that was game. I thought that was match. That was only game 2. Brutal. I totally thought that was game 3. Okay. Um, looks good, right? Lightning Bolt looks so-so. You can still just kill Disciple. I don't really have any answers for their munitions, but we were able to grind through it there. All right, let's go. Let's run it back. That was a pretty big punt for sure. Just thinking it was game over. Oh no, do I keep a hand with no black source now? Sure. All right. I'll probably get punished for thinking it was game there and it wasn't. All right, there's a black source. Let's just play Wellspring. Can cast down something next turn if they play like an Enforcer here or something. They already have 6 artifacts on turn 3. Disciple. Okay, I can cast down that. And Enforcer, geez. Add black mana. It's annoying that they just get to start draining with a bunch of stuff. Nothing I can really do about it for now. Playing this next turn is so risky. So I probably will not even do that. This is where Monarch is pretty bad. I'm going to just kill that for now. I know there's potential I should have killed the Enforcer, but it's tough to say. Yeah, this deck is really fun. We still have no black source. All right, the fact that they're looting right now is a good sign for us. Makes me want to just play this, and then maybe we can take the Monarch back with Boarding Party or something. I just feel like they have Gal Blast minimum. I'm not going to play Monarch here. Maybe next turn if I draw nothing, depending on what the opponent does. Looks like they're not doing much. They don't even want to get back Enforcer and play it. Wow, okay. So I think I'm still just passing the turn, leave up Grudge. It's too risky to play Commodore right now. Munitions. Well, they can't use Blood Fountain right now, so I think I grudge it. I know I get drained by Disciple, but it's probably worth. I go Grudge, Blood Fountain, Flashback, Grudge on like a land. Before they can start sacking. Guess I'll Grudge this, but then Flashback Grudge on this. They should have just used Blood Fountain to get back in Fortune. That was kind of greedy. So I can just play a Marauder next turn, or I can play a Boarding Party. Might want to lead on Boarding Party, try to draw out a Galvanic Blast. It's kind of scary because I might just die. So yeah, maybe playing Marauder is the choice. I could even die if I played Marauder, so yeah, probably should play this. All right, they're drawing cards. They are sacking a lot of their board, though. So we go to 8. Terrarion. Yeah, I'm just going to play Marauder. Ooh. Well, I can't cast that, actually, so never mind. Even if they have Galvanic Blast, at least I get to gain 5, and then I won't die. I mean, if they have double Gal Blast, I die to that. They can put this trigger on the stack. Oh, no, they can't. They can put this trigger on the stack and then kill me with double blast. Oh, brutal. So brutal there. All right, I go to 7s, getting close. Man, I was not expecting them to have Diabolic Edict in their deck. They go Munitions me right now. Draw. It's a weird play. They have 1 mana available. They have Gal Blast. Like, I think we just lose basically no matter what. I guess I need to Bleak Open here so I can go. I have to tap black mana for this. Let's go. If I go like this, I have 4. I can still Boarding Party, so I just have to start on this. Oh no, I go to 4. I might just be dead. Yeah, they Gal Blast me. See what I would have hit if I got punished for thinking it was match. I thought I advanced at 3-0. I would have cascaded into a Bleak Copen and then survived probably. Fuck. I think I just punted this in. I mean, I don't think my keep was that bad in game 1. And then here, the Diabolic Edict just got me. I could have led on Boarding Party as well. Just trying to think if I could have won this. Really close match. Great match to showcase, honestly. So close. Affinity is still real, that's for sure. All right, let's go round 4. All right, 2-1 after that crushing defeat against Affinity. We're against Lil Guy 1991. Would you like to play first? Yes. I wonder if they were born in 91, huh? That was still a great match to showcase. I felt like I could have played a little bit better. There was certain decisions I could have changed. Especially, I mean, I probably should have cast Boarding Party right at the end of the game there, but felt like overall my decisions weren't too bad. I just didn't quite get there. Opponents on the mulligan to 6. And they lead Ice Tunnel, so it's probably blue-black Fae. We have nothing really going on. We need to draw lands, spells, we need everything. Augur. Yep. Just let them hit, and then I'll just kill this. They missed. Okay, that's pretty bad for them, especially on a mulligan. Okay, we need to draw an untapped land. That's for sure. Another auger. Yep. Are they going to miss again? They're usually like 80 something percent to hit. I can't galvanic blast this actually. So, now it's so risky to play Commodore. They have so much removal in their deck. There's no way that I can just play Commodore. Any cast down, any snuff out, I just lose the game. Monarch's actually been pretty awkward here for us. And this being a shock is just so bad here. The Galvanic Blast is definitely worthwhile, but at the same time, here we're getting punished. So they can Brainstorm, shuffle away one card. If they go for Ninja here, that'll be great for me. I can just blast that. They don't. Third Augur, geez. So they know they're going to hit because they brainstormed. They get another brainstorm. This is so bad. I can't even play one. This is just... Monarch is just so good yet so bad at the same time. Like, it just... I just really don't like Monarch. Maybe this deck should play some number of snuff outs. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe at least like 2. I mean, 0 mana card, especially a deck that can gain a lot of life. Yeah, I do not like this version of Brainstorm. I'll agree with that, Marty B. That's for sure. They're just not sacking. Oh, no, they played another Evolving Wilds, I see. All right. I assume this is going to get countered, but maybe not. I mean, it cycles and Rambic Road says if they have a counter spell, they should just counter it. But it's just sitting here on 4 mana. Some of these games have felt, well, it's resolving. All right, that was great for us. Now we have Metalcraft turned on for these 4 Metalcraft cards in our hand. We can just start running them out. Sure, like a lot of them are going to get countered, but the opponent has not been doing that much. I'm shocked they let that Cleansing Wildfire resolve. Seems like a bad choice from the opponent, but I'm not sure. Now we get ninja'd. Get used to that with the Neon Dynasty Ninja as well. It's going to be happening a lot. Replay Augur. They definitely have Counterspell, but I'm going to play Bleak Coven. They're probably going to counter it, and then I'm going to Galvanic Blast the Ninja. We can still win this game. Suffocating Fumes, I don't care about that. They're going to Counterspell, I assume. Maybe they just don't have one, but I guess they could have Cast Down. It's bad if they go to untap and then cast down, because then I can't even Galvanic Blast into open mana. So we'll see what they do. Wow, they're going to play it safe and cast down now with spells that are up. Brutal. I have to let them draw if this is the case. Which appears to be preordained first. Okay. There's no way I'm playing Galvanic Blast into a Spellstutter Spray right now. No chance. Yep. Not ideal, obviously, letting them draw cards, but not much I can do about it either. Maybe they have one counterspell and they didn't want to use it. Just keep playing these. Come on, if they have Counterspell, they gotta use it here. Cycle Fumes, they might just not have Counterspell. They might just have a bunch of Spell Stutter sprites. But they have it. Maybe they have another ninja now as well, but I need to just do this now while they're tapped out to play around Spell Stutter, so is what it is. Probably just go for another Bleak Coven next turn. And I don't know if I'm gonna play Star into Spell Stutter, it just seems like free value for them. No ninja, that's good. The fact that they seem so hesitant to counter makes me feel like they might not have more counters. Again, their hand might be removal spells, lands, and spell stutters. Not really sure what else they would have. Yeah, maybe that. I was about to say maybe Gurmag. Let's try another one. Another counterspell here is going to be pretty brutal. Nothing we can really do about it, though. Brainstorm. Okay. Don't know if they found it or not. That was pretty bad for us, though. There's no way I can play Star here, right? Nah. I just can't do that. And then they just spell stutter this. I get absolutely crushed. We might be getting ninja here as well. This was pretty just systematic from Blue Black Bay, the best deck in the format. Alright, no ninja. The fact that we could just never Commodore here was just so brutal. I think this matchup's actually not that bad for us in general. I think at this point, I need to just play this, and then they're going to spell stutter it. Okay, they did not. Maybe they didn't want me to play a removal spell on the spell stutter or something. They've just been playing super cautiously. Oh, they have spell stutter for this. Okay. I guess I play Reckless Impulse. Probably have another spell stutter is my guess. I think we're just dead on board, right? Because they have this. They had another spell stutter. Yeah, that was pretty disgusting from them. We got crushed. All right, Pyroblasts, Fumes. I think that's all that I want. Maybe just no Monarch at all. Monarch can be good against them as well. Obviously, it kind of cost us that first game having so many Monarch cards in our hand that we just could never cast because we were behind. But at least one way to take the Monarch back, sure. Because if they go Thorn, we're going to want to take the Monarch too. All right, let's go game two. All right, game two, we're on the play. Can we have a keepable hand? Yes, thank you. This hand's pretty solid. We're gonna get to Cleansing Wildfire. They could have Hydroblast up if they don't play anything on one, but that's unlikely. They're gonna play usually Fairy Seer or Cantrip or Tapland. One of the above. And if they just play Island Go, I'm still gonna just go for Wildfire and hope they don't have Hydro. Because I mean Hydro is good against us anyway. Yeah, they just dice tunnel. I guess I'm just getting Swamp here so I can cast Bleak Coven. We don't have untapped land for Commodore yet, but still look to be in a pretty decent position here. We can hit land drops. We have a couple things to do, and we have good top end here. Cleansing Wildfire on 2 on the play. Solid. If they go for Spellstutter here, I get to blast the Spellstutter, which is nice. All right, we'll just pass. I will not go for Shrek into open mana. But I will go for Bleak Coven, make them counter it if they want to. Just leave the star here for now. I don't think there's any reason to crack it yet. Depending on what we draw next turn, we may want to crack it. If they tap out for Thorn, they get kind of wrecked because then I just go blast the Thorn, play Commodore, take the Monarch back. So they might have Spellstutter and or Counterspell. They're deciding on a card to take. Well, Owlbear is really hard for us to cast. Our mana's already pretty bad here. Let's draw off this to start. See what we draw. Could change our decision about what we want to play this turn. Bolt. Still think I'm just going for Bleak Coven. If they have a counter, they have a counter. If they just had Spellstutter, then sure. I mean, if you want to go straight Jund, you can go straight Jund, but then I'm not sure the Ichor Wellspring Deadly Dispute package is that good if you're straight Jund. If that's the case, you might want to just not play that package and play more removal spells and more card advantage, which I think Jund is a good deck too, but... All right. Next turn, maybe we go for Shrek with double removal spell up. See if we get ninja'd here. We don't. If they tap 4 mana, they could play Gurmag Angler, but I assume they don't want to do that. Be kind of bad for us if that was the case. Thorn. Okay, well this is great for us. Unless if they have exactly Hydroblast, I think we lose, but otherwise we're in a great position. So let's go Commodore. Maybe I should have played these first, at least one of them. They probably wouldn't have bit. They have that Hydro. All right, well, I think we probably lose. I'm just going to pass the turn here. Plan to loot away this extra land. Juan Mark, what's up? Let's go. Could play land. I think I need to cycle this land to blood. Just not play it. Yeah, I mean, Hydroblast is obviously good against us regardless. It's a reason to have a copy of Thorn in the deck. Doesn't get Hydroblasted. Shrek has just not been performing well. I have some ideas that we'll go over at the end of this video on how to on changes we'll make for the deck moving forward. I think we're pretty much dead to Monarch. I guess we could draw our other copy of Shrek, but even that is going to be tough. Opponent could still play a Gurmag Angler this turn. This deck is just so good. It's just the best deck. It's not that close, honestly. They don't attack with Thorn to play around Boarding Party, I suppose. Pyro. Oh, I didn't crack blood. Damn. I just made a mistake. just guess I'll wait. I'm gonna play this now. I'll blood later. I'm just gonna pass. Gonna plan on just blood fountaining back 2 creatures. It's pretty slow, but it's all I got. Just gonna take here. Sure. Gotta let that resolve, I think. Using a Pyroblast on this is just not how I win this game, I don't think. Commodore Bleakhoven. Let's draw. For 7 mana. So I can go Commodore with triple interaction up, but that's just not that good even. They'll probably just counterspell this. They've only used 1 counter. They've had a fair amount of extra draw and manipulation here, so I'm not really expecting this to resolve, but I guess they could easily have counter. They've been very lenient with their counters. They just don't want to play them. All right. They didn't even play removal spell end of turn. Wow. Chainer's Edict. Okay. It is 24-12, and I have 11 points of burn, but I just don't know how I'm ever going to resolve it against this opponent who's playing so carefully. I don't want to blood anything away. All right, I'm just going to cast that. See if they go Spellstutter here. They do. I can try to play a bunch of removal spells on their fairies. I think it's probably worth it just to fire everything off here. I guess they can Spellstutter this. Okay. So now my Cleansing Wildfire resolves. Nice. Seems like it was bad, but I think that's worth. Oh, I meant to blood that away. I'm playing pretty loose here. Kind of deserve to lose this at this point. That was pretty bad. I really needed to blood away that forest. That was just... I'm just making a couple mistakes here. I'm surprised that going for the removal spells on those fairies actually worked, though. Wasn't really expecting that to work. Just let this resolve. I can just never Monarch here. I was trying to wait for a time when I could actually resolve Pirate, but looking like that's not going to be the case. Maybe we can just go for some type of race here if they don't have enough counters. Brutal. I can't even blast anything really. I could have gone for Cycle Away Commodore. How do I win this game? Maybe there was a turn I should have played Pirate like last turn or something as well. Maybe you're right. But I didn't. They've just had this for too long. Opponent played really well. They played so carefully. They like never took a risk when they didn't have to. There's the Gurmag to close it out. Only two cards in hand. Only one card left. Wow. Wonder if I just try to get lucky and like rip multiple Galblast slash Bleakhovens and just go for Galblast face right now. I mean, I'm not beating their board. There's no way. I'm gonna do it. I mean, this is pretty much over. Might as well just play to my outs. I guess I can just cast this, 2 to draw a card. Brutal. All right, GG's. I made a couple mistakes there and got outplayed and didn't draw perfect. Close match, or close games, I should say, 0-2, but blue black is tough. I could have, yeah, I could have blooded. I said that right after. I was like, I could blood in response to spell setter, but I didn't really like that line that much either. I mean, I was probably dead regardless there. Opponent was playing so carefully, so what's the word? So like they were playing like, so safe. They're not taking any risks. So I think they had multiple extra pieces of interaction as well, but who knows? So down to 2-2. Sucks from a 2-0 start, but we'll see if we can at least go positive in match 5 here. We'll see you in the last round. Here we go. All right, round 5, we're against JX Claytor. Keep the sand. Sand actually looks pretty good. A little land light, but we can draw cards. We can go turn 2 Wellspring, turn 3 Ancestral. Yeah, pretty disciplined. Pretty pretty like safe. Like pretty they were not willing to use their counter spells. Like when I would put like a Bleak Coven on the stack, they would yeah, pretty tight. They would think for so long. What's up, Lyric? And then they would like choose not to. Wow. I wonder if this is some type of Tron deck. I mean, it feels like that it is. I'm just gonna play Wellspring because I can just Ancestral next turn. Forest Chromatic Star. That can like really only mean Tron, right? Unless it's some random brew. Yeah, it's Tron. What would they keep if they let on Forest? Their hand must not be that good. So I can go Cleansing Wildfire, guarantee a land drop, but I think I like just Deadly Dispute, and if I hit untapped land in the top 3, I also get to Cleansing Wildfire off the treasure. Nice. So that just worked out really well. Just got the double spell, draw a bunch of cards, and ramp even more. Nice. We even have to discard a card. Crop rotate, that makes sense. So they can Tron next turn. I wonder if we're against Cascade Tron or Combo Tron. Yeah, I think this is Birdman's list. Multiple Foundry Inspectors. At least we can just kill these. We have a bunch of removal spells that we can play this turn. What is this? Spare supplies. I think they messed up with. They could have just played this for free. They're Foundry Inspectors. Pretty cool list from the opponent, but I just haven't been that impressed with Inspector. They revealed Ancient Stirrings. Because sure they got like some mana value there, but now I just kill these and they're kind of down cards in the long run. Let's just go bridge, bolt one, cast down one. Let's see. Maybe I want to just Gal Blast this too. Just leave up cast down. Not sure about that. Kind of close. I mean, we might just get comboed as well. It's tough to say. Depends what the opponent has. They have green mana. Wow. Chromatic Star. Okay. They don't want to play Ancient Stirrings this turn. Interesting. I think I'm going to lead Reckless Impulse. I don't really want to just tap out for Bleak Coven. Seems pretty bad. All right. Pass. We can Shrek next turn. Berman, I thought did stream. I saw them streaming like a month or two ago. Berman always plays cool combo decks, and I've seen them posting some results with this Tron deck. Yeah, it's definitely Berman's list. At least a slightly older version of it. I'm not sure exactly. They usually play like one Disciple to win with, and then they just loop Conjurer's Bauble with a Foundry Inspectors out when they draw their entire deck. That's how they win. It's like crazy, but I think they have Galvanic Relay to try to draw their deck. Seems like a pretty fragile list for the most part. Conjure. This puts a card on the put one target card from your graveyard on the bottom. Yeah, so they're putting both Foundry Inspectors on the bottom because they need those to combo. Now they're going for Relay for 4. Okay, they got it. Let's see what they exile. Clear the Mind. Mind, Disciple, Bauble. Alright, let's just untap. Just leave up Double Blast here. Take the Monarch. They're probably going to play Disciple if they can. If not, it's going to be exiled forever. So they have to play it. That deck just seems pretty fragile, like I was saying. There's a lot of things that I feel like just have to go right. We're pretty close to killing them, too. We can like fire off some Galvanic Blasts end of turn, play a boarding party, hit for 11. It's a lot. Golden Egg, sure. All right, so they can use that to cast the Disciple. This list also plays like 16 lands, Tron plus 4 forests. Oh, what's up? It's Hubflower. There's Disciple. You got it. Do I just cast down this? I think so. I'll save the Galvanic Blast for face, I suppose. They have Clear the Mind, which they are likely to be unable to cast this turn. I mean, they can bobble this to the bottom of their library, so they're not. They didn't exile their own only win condition, but. They go Abundant Harvest, get Golden Egg, play Golden Egg. Okay. I guess this has to be a little different than Birdman's list because Birdman also had Pathetic Prism, I think. Oh, they're going Clear the Mind. Okay, sure. Kind of going off. I guess I can Cleansing Wildfire them to take them off Tron. If I draw that. Or I can get Cleansing Wildfire back with Elementalist and play it. Did I just miss that earlier and I Cleansing Wildfired us? Could have been the case. I'm playing pretty loose right now. I know it's an excuse, but I think I'm tired from a long day. They're probably just gonna play power plant if I kill it, but I'm gonna go for it. I can likely kill next turn anyway. I couldn't have killed this turn, right? Because I could only play one blast plus boarding party. It's just cleansing wildfire that. I think that if that deck's on Tron, they don't really function that well. If they don't have Tron. Okay. So they basically have to win this turn. Ancient Stirrings. Power plant. Of course. They have a lot of mana. Foundry Inspector. Okay. I'm not sure they can win this turn. I feel like they cannot. They can prove me wrong, then cool. But I like honestly cool. I'm not being sarcastic, but I doubt it. Bobble. They also didn't need to pay mana for Bobble. We also only have one Nihil Spellbomb. They're passing? Jeez. Okay. So what's the best way to go for the win here? I have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I kind of wanted to play Cleansing Wildfire too, but I don't know if I need to. They're at 15. 7. So I can go blast this, attack for 7, put them to 8, and then play Bleak Cove and Blast. Turbo Mask, what's up? I guess I'm just doing that. I don't think they have any. They can have responses with just colorless mana up here. So I think this is just lethal. So now I hit for 7, hit them down to 8, and then go Bleak Oven plus Galblast face. Removal is actually surprisingly good against them, I think. Bleak Oven vampires you, and then Galvanic Blast you. I guess I could have sided out some number of Bleak Covens in other matchups. I used to do that. Maybe I'm just a little rusty with the deck too. All right. Looks good here. Got the first one against Combotron. All right, Spellbomb. They can't beat Marauder, I don't think. If Marauder's in play, I think they literally can't win. I guess that's all that I want. Nothing else really does anything. I mean, Bleak Oven gives me reach, but overall it's pretty bad. Removal spells can be pretty weak, getting hit off boarding party as well, but I could just do something like this. Maybe Bleak Coven's just better than boarding party, because boarding party into removal spell when they don't have creatures is just not good. And this, it sounds weird, but Bleak Coven gives me basically the same amount of reach as boarding party for one less mana. I can just play them and drain, just tap out. Boarding party sure can just kill out of nowhere, but so can this, especially with all of our bolts and stuff. Could also take out some number of cast downs. They might bring in Penguin Marauder though. Let's just go with this. This is just a safe sideboard plan. Also bringing in 6 drops, so definitely don't want to side out Shrek here. Turn 3 Shrek is like exactly where we want to be. All right, 6 fine. No indestructible land yet, but we have 11 of them in the deck, and we can just Cleansing Wildfire them. which I'm gonna snap off. I guess I should have definitely played Mountain to leave up Galvanic Blast. I was thinking I don't want to make my Mountain susceptible to anything, but that's 100% wrong. That was just another bad play. I'm playing really loose. Again, my excuse is that I had a long day and I think I'm tired. It's not a good excuse, obviously, though. Looks like it didn't end up punishing us, but it was a pretty bad play. Still get to draw a card, get them even farther off drawn. I mean, yeah, they could have crop rotation here, but I'm gonna go for this. Still takes them farther off drawn because even if they have crop rotation, they have to use this, they have to sack this and then get another tower. I mean, I'm just going for it, hoping they don't have crop rotate. Nice, just worked. Nice, and we draw an indestructible land. They put tower back in their library. I still might want to just Cleansing Wildfire them. It's kind of up in the air here. I mean, maybe if they don't play a land, I won't. Yeah. Okay. Let's go Bridge. Cleansing Wildfire us. I guess get Swamp here. I already have the Forest. I don't think I need another red source. I have another red source in hand. Because if I don't Cleansing Wildfire us, yeah, I could hit one of their forests and make them get another forest out of their deck. But this way I can at least just cast Bleak Cove next turn and get my clock going. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. Well, thanks, Taylor. That's nice of you to say. I've been playing Magic for a long time and I've played a lot of Magic. What do you mean, Mogwarts? I don't understand. What else do I play? Oh, we're not playing Mogwarts. We're playing mostly Rakdos. I was like, Mogwarts? I don't understand. All right, they're just on mono forests. They just can never go off on that. All right. Oh, I don't get to drain if I just play this. I'm so far off of draining. Um, I guess I'm just leaving up interaction and just playing stuff this turn then. Let's just play Spell Bomb. And then play a tap land. Don't want to Deadly Dispute away anything as well, so I'm just going to wait. I also don't. I mean, yeah, I could Deadly Dispute away Spell Bomb and draw a bunch of cards, but I mean, this is really good against them. So I'd rather just leave it there. I can just go like tap land, vampires next turn if I want. All right, well, I'm just gonna kill that. I'm just gonna keep waiting on Spellbomb, and it's gonna be, I think, hard for them to win. Cast down that, just untap. I think I'm fine to just now tap out for this, now that I get the drain. I can still activate this without drawing if I need to. So they're bobbling back Bobble. I think I'm just gonna let that resolve. I just did a review of the Neon Dynasty cards, and I talked about that card. I obviously think it's insane. You can check out that video on my channel. It'll be up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. though. But I think that The new Moon Circuit Recruiter was my #1 card from Neon Dynasty for Pauper. It's just ninjutsu 1/2/1 draw card, 2 mana to cast. It's just so good. Yeah, Moon Circuit Recruiter is the name. All right, now we have a clock down. Now we can definitely dispute a land away if we just want to draw cards. They're still pretty far from Tron, pretty far from doing much. Sure, they resolve Inspector here. Sure. I can still just kill Inspector. And then just start clocking them. All right, well, let's draw cards. Again, if we just ever get Fangren Marauder down and they didn't bring in an answer for it, I think they literally cannot win. Oh yeah, Moon Circuit Hacker. I don't even know the names of cards now, and I definitely don't know names of the real card of the new cards. It's just Ancestral. There's a cast down. I like saving the blast to go face like we did last game. I'm sure I could have played like a Commodore or something. I just don't think I really need to. I think I'd rather just leave up interaction here, spell bomb and removal spells and stuff. They're already down to 12. I'm sure they can gain 3 here, but I'm not too worried about that. All right, they can gain some life. 2 mana sack, gain 3. So I can Galvanic Blast them down to 8. I'm just gonna do this because if I find another Gal Blast, they're just dead. All right, well, got him. I don't think this deck is really that playable. Maybe Birdman can prove me wrong, but it just seems like it just requires too much to go right for you to combo. There's just it's just there's too much interaction in Pauper for that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems better just to make if you have Tron just to play big stuff. All right, 3 and 2 with the list. We got crushed by Blue Black Fae. That's winnable, but um, I think I want to make some changes to this list. Okay. What were some things I was thinking about? I kind of wanted to add Snuff Out. I had one more thought of something else I could change. I just wasn't sure exactly what. Sure, we only have 4 swamps, but we can usually get one. Oh yeah, Commodore just like it honestly just wasn't that good. Maybe let's just do 1 Commodore, 1 Thorn. I don't know if we want. I think I underestimated. I was thinking, sure, Hydroblast is going to be good against us no matter what. But as we saw against Faye, if we had a Thorn instead of a Commodore, it would have made a huge difference. Maybe we even just play 2 Thorn for that reason. Because if we just retain the Monarch, we're going to win with this deck, overall. I feel like we also want more Nihil Spell Bombs and potentially some in the main deck. Reckless Impulse was good for us. Bolt was so-so. I honestly don't think we need the Ardent Elementalist. What about doing something kind of weird like this? Just playing some spell bombs in the main deck. Because those can be sacrificed to Deadly Dispute in a pinch as well. You can always, if you have an extra black, you can go Deadly Dispute, sack spell bomb, pay the 1, draw a card. And you get main deck graveyard hate in your deck. Now we have even more black cards. We could even do something like this. Monarch is OP, but when I tried to play triple Trek in that last league, it cost us multiple times. And it obviously that's a small sample size just playing one league, but it did cost us a lot. Man, these bleak covens are actually kind of hard to metalcraft right now too. Could even cut a bleak coven, but that's getting pretty light on threats. Is it Moto 1221? What's that? I'm not sure. That's tough to say. Not sure exactly where to go with this list, but this seems reasonable to me. I mean, I guess we can cut some lightning bolts adding the snuff outs. We have so much removal. Maybe we don't need this anymore. All right, all right. We're getting somewhere. Play another chromatic and then add a reckless back in. All right. I like this a bit better. The spell bombs are kind of free. They're good for metalcraft. They're good in a lot of different matchups, especially since we added an extra swamp. For Nihil Spellbomb, I'm thinking about a variety of decks, but um, mostly like all the ephemerate decks, like Blue White Familiars, Jeskai Ephemerate, Flickertron if we end up playing against that. Um, Serpentine Curve decks play that, but also Affinity plays, 2 to 4 Blood Fountain these days, and Spellbomb is pretty good against that too. Plus, we can always just cycle it or sack it to Dispute, pay 1 black, draw a card. So I think it is pretty good in the main deck. Maybe I could also play 1 more Blood Fountain, but I think 1 is the correct number for this deck. Maybe 2. Yeah, it can slow down anglers. It does a lot. Like it's just pretty good in the format right now. That was already a wide variety of decks. Yeah, Boros Bully. I didn't even mention that. Yeah, Boros Bully. I just kind of forgot about that. But um, I was actually thinking about just playing Affinity, Grixis Affinity. Let's see if I can prove this. I don't know if the deck saved because I thought this deck saved and it didn't. This is probably where I would go. I'm not sure about the sideboard. I'd have to play more, but um, I have this Grixis Affinity Serpent. It didn't save. I mean, my last deck didn't save, but I was thinking about just this is kind of old. I was just messing around, but just playing 4 Relic of Progenitus main in Affinity seems like it could be pretty good. It's an artifact you play early that counts for your affinity spells. It can just annoy graveyards by tapping, and you can just sack it, exile graveyards, crush all the ephemerate loop decks with 4 Relic main, which has a lot of other synergies with your deck. So that's something to think about as well. But that'll about wrap up this YouTube video. I'm gonna stick around on Twitch for a little bit here, but thanks everyone for hanging out on YouTube and Twitch. Again, youtube.com/snapbolt. Follow me there. Best way to support me. Go check out all my content on YouTube. And until next time, YouTube. Peace.